This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. I need to warn you, the video you are about to watch has been rated IC60 plus for interactive content in excess of 60 minutes. If you are not emotionally prepared for all the hi hellos that are about to come and a full hour of distractions, Weight Watchers or WW ideas and friendly content, hit stop now. I repeat, this is your only warning. Do not proceed further if you are not ready. But if you're like me and you like to make new friends on your weight loss journey, this is the video for you. We will be saying hi, hello, as this was filmed live. And if you ever get a chance to join us on Sunday nights, it's just over on the Facebook page, If You Have an Egg, a Weight Watchers Journey, although I guess now we need to change it to a WW Journey. But we would love to see you live over there so that we can say hi and hello. And if you're new, please do give us a shout out. Let us know that you're new and where you're from so that we can all greet you. Also, pay attention, running across the bottom right now is some important information that you need for how to join us in other social media areas, how to get this free, how to watch this on demand, and how to make sure that you are always notified when we have a new chat come up. And more importantly, read across the bottom. Right now, our affiliate links, which include discounts, are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Check those out. We get some great deals for the Egg Lady and for the Egglets. I hope you enjoy the at least 60 minutes of free weight loss journey content and that you will subscribe so that you can always be notified when we're coming up, and that you will share with another weight loss journey buddy, a WW member who needs some help, and so we can help each other along this journey. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Please comment below. Hope to see you Sunday. Hey, hello everybody. It's Sunday again. Today is Sunday, February the 10th, and this is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And it's time for another one of our live chats. Real quick, before everybody gets on here, I just wanted to remind people who are watching this later on YouTube.com, it's just YouTube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or if you're watching this later on Facebook, if you want to skip the hi hellos, just grab the little scroll thing and go across to about 9 or 10 minutes and you'll skip most of it. For the rest of you, if you want to say hey and hello, I love saying hello, and there's really no reason to complain. Yeah, I had another complainer this week. Hey, Betty. Yeah, I'm not going to change my format. So, hello, Claudie. So, to everyone who loves to say hello, hi, everybody. So, today, hello, Carol Lou. Today is February the 10th, and it is Sunday again, and everybody survived the Super Bowl. So, I think everybody did a great job last week. Hello, Darlene, and hello, Cheryl. I think everybody did a great job last week with their Super Bowl stuff. I watched what you all were eating. Hello, Popsicle, and hello, Michelle from Heath, Ohio, and hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. So I hope y'all hung in there, and hello, Lynn. So Cheryl, I want you to tell everybody real quick about the epiphany that you had. I guess it's been in this last 2 weeks because you've been kicking it. And hello, Kathy, hello, Kim, and hello, Lisa. So I want you to tell everybody what's going on because you have been busting it, girl, this last couple of weeks, and I'm very proud of you. Hello, Irma, and hello, Sylvia. Hello, Mary. So hopefully we're going to have a lot of people here tonight. Hello, Janice, because we are going to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, which is eating out in the second half. Hello, Holly from West Virginia, and hello, Evie. So first half, we're going to do our regular meeting, and hello, Roberta. And the second half, we are going to get into some down and dirty things about, eating out. Hello, Betty, and hello, Pam, and hello, Sherry. So yeah, we're going to talk about some stuff that, y'all may or may not know about eating out. And hello, Janice. So had a lot of people for the Super Bowl last week. Aloha, Kathy. Had a lot of people here for the Super Bowl last week. I was shocked. So I don't know if the Super Bowl was just that bad or if we were that good or if we were just that super. And hello, my Christy, and hello, Mary from Nova Scotia. Hello, Janet, and hello, Roberta from Ohio. So Roberta, I have to tell you a funny story. Hello, Marlene. Roberta, funny story. I have a lady who works for me in the granite shop. Her name is also Roberta Cook. So what are the chances of that? So I was talking to her one day when you had commented on something, and hello, Sandy from Jefferson County, Kansas. And thank you very much, Barbara. So I said, hey, and we call her Bobby, not Roberta, but I said, hey, Bobby, thanks. But her name is Roberta Cook. But I said, hey, Bobby, thanks for liking the, whatever it was that you had commented on. And she just turned around and said, what? I didn't comment on that. Hey, Pat. And I was like, yeah, on YouTube. And she goes, I don't even know how to get on YouTube. And I was like, Bobby, come on. And it was you, Roberta. So how funny that I have two Roberta Cooks in my life. Anyway, so y'all should feel special. Hello, Jackie, and hello, Tina. So February is already half gone. And you know what this week is coming up, right? Right? And I did say hello, Tina, I hope. So hello, Tina. This week coming up is Valentine's Day. So I would love to get some extra hearts for Valentine's Day coming up. And hello, Wanda, and hello, Tara. Am I saying that correctly? And hello, Bernice from Northeast Texas. And hello, Tag. So yeah, I would love to get some extra love for Valentine's Day. It's coming up on Thursday, I believe. Hello, Margaret, and hello, Colleen. And again, if you're just coming in and you don't like the hi hellos, I don't know who doesn't want to say hello to people, but anyway, hi Stacy. But if you're that grumpy person who doesn't want to say hello, just go ahead and scroll over or just hang on for a few minutes. And hello, Paula from Fort Kent, Maine. Ooh, where's Fort Kent? Where is that in Maine? Yeah. And hello, Phyllis. Yeah. Oh, and this Roberta Cook goes by Bobby too. And you even spell it the same way. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't wait to tell her that. And hello, Trish from rainy Irvine, California. Oh no, are you all getting the rain now? California's just had their, share of it this week. And hello, or this year. Hello, Kathy. And, and Jennifer has a birthday Tuesday. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Almost happy birthday. And, and Betty says that it's Singles Awareness Day. Yes, it is. It is. And hey, Sherry in Connecticut. And hello, Penny. Good evening. Oh, and Tara says I said her name right. Awesome. Good, good, good. And remember, if you're new, just go ahead and give us a shout out. And hello, Cheyenne. Go ahead and give us a shout out and let us know that you're new, because we love, love, love to welcome our new egglets. So, hey, Mindy from Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, it's good to see you all. So again, today is Sunday, and hey, Tedders, and Tedders had an epiphany too. So I want Cheryl and Tedders to tell everybody what's going on. And Virginia, Virginia finally hit go, yeah! Now she's doing maintenance for 6 weeks. Awesome, congratulations. And hello, Amber from Arkansas. Yay, and Paula says it's on the border of Maine and Canada. We'll be up to see you, because it's two of my favorite places. Oh, and happy birthday, Janice. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, everybody. And y'all know I've tried singing before and it didn't turn out well, so I'm not going to try it again. But anyway, so, and Kathy says Iowa's getting slammed with snow. Oh no, but I do want Tedders and Cheryl and Tedders and Cheryl. It sounds like a singing group or something. I want you all to, hey Jackie, I want you all to tell everybody what's going on, because you all have had like just some mind-blowing things, this last couple of weeks, in figuring this program out. And hello, Amy from New Jersey. I hope that's in New Jersey, because it went up really quickly. Yeah, and I just missed somebody. Yeah, and Pam says Minnesota's getting it too. But anyway, and Tedders, I know you're not new. You're an oldie. Yeah, but anyway, so halfway through February, Valentine's Day is coming up. Y'all are kicking it. Y'all are smoking through this year so far. I've seen lots of good weight losses. Hello, Debbie. I've seen lots of good weight losses and just some really, really mind-blowing, earth-shattering wellness decisions. So I'm always very proud of you all on the weight loss, but even more so proud of you all when you make some good wellness decisions. So anyway, February the 10th. Oh, and hello, Donna. So February the 10th. Got a lot to talk about. The first half of the chat, and I did not cook any food for you all tonight. Hello, Kathy from South Carolina. I did not cook any food for you all tonight. John has beef stew over here on the stove right there. I guess y'all can see that. And I started the beef stew in the air fryer. So I just took the beef tips and cooked them in the air fryer, cooked them in my Simple Living Products air fryer on 400 for 7 minutes, and so it just barely seared the outside of it. And now it's been slowly cooking with the rest of the beef stew ingredients for the last couple of hours. So I might show y'all a picture of that later, but anyway, so he's anxiously awaiting dinner. So we'll be wrapping this up after the when Tina made beef stew today too. So it was chilly today. It was chilly outside today, and we've already had chili this year. We've already had taco soup this year. We've already had we've already had all the soups that we made a couple of weeks ago, all the variations of that. So we were about souped out, so I decided to make beef stew instead. And hey Susie and Bart, I know Mary, no food tonight, but it's okay, because we're going to talk about eating out. We're going to talk about eating out. And hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. So we're going to talk about eating out, and that's going to be, that's going to be fine. And hello, Pam. So anyway, so John gets to eat. You all don't. Sorry. Okay. Hello, Marlene from Florida. So first half of the chat, we're going to do our regular classroom session, our regular classroom. The second half of the chat, yeah, we're going to talk about some big eating out things. So y'all are definitely going to want to pay attention to that. And I have had Casey to start breaking these up. Like if y'all have noticed, I'm taking a little break in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to try and get rid of a notification without dumping you all. So, okay. Good, it went away. It was bothering me because I couldn't see your things going up. Oh, and real quick, a couple people are asking how my mom and dad are doing. Oh, and thank you, Susie. A couple people are asking how my mom and dad are doing. Mom's feeling great, and Nana is feeling great, and I actually took a video of her and Alyssa playing last week so that if she has to go back to the hospital again, that I can go, yeah, this is what she was doing, you know, however long ago it was, so that I don't have to try and re-explain to everyone, you know, that she is awesomely aware of what's going on and loves playing with her great-grandchild and us and, you know, everything. Hello, Carol. We haven't seen you for a while, and it's so very good to see you. And my dad is having a liver biopsy on Tuesday. So we won't digress into all of that during our live chat, but we will talk about it. I'm sure at some point, you know, I will comment on it later in the week. And hello, is it Margie? And yeah, so hello, everybody. Okay. So anyway, we're going to talk about some big eating out stuff in the second half, but I've had Casey breaking it up. Hello, Loretta. I've had Casey, and hello, Cynthia. Good to see you. So I've had Casey breaking it up. I've been taking a little, you know, like, okay, here's the end of the classroom portion, and here's where we're starting the fluff, so that she can break them up into separate videos so that if you want to watch, you know, if you want to watch or listen to the whole live chat, hello, Rosie, then you can, you know, and good, I got Margie right too. You can listen to the, you know, listen or watch the whole thing, you know, the whole hour. But if you just wanted the fluff part of it, if you just wanted the second part of it, or like if it was recipes or like tonight on the eating out stuff, and if you just want to go back and recap that, she's been saving those as separate videos. So the picture that goes with them looks almost exactly the same, except the one that's the entire chat will say, oh, and Virginia must have news about Chili's. So you can, I can't see the whole thing because I have to click on it. So yeah, so I'm going to have to go back later and see what happened. But anyway, so she's been separating those so that if you just want to go back like and watch, you know, like if I've made food, if you just want to go back and see the food portion, or like tonight, if you just want to go back on the eating out portion, the extra eating out portion, then you can. But anyway, so it looks almost exactly the same, but you will notice one of them says it's, you know, live chat number such and such, and then the other one will say whatever the fluff portion was. And Carol's exactly right. Wegos do rule, and you are still president of the Wego Club. Yeah, congratulations, you are still president. Okay, so because I've already babbled for 10 minutes, let's talk about last week. So last week was the Super Bowl, and gotta tell you, what? Susie sees snow. What? Uh-oh. Anyway, okay, so last week, it was the Super Bowl last week. So I saw lots of good ideas for the Super Bowl, lots of people who had planned ahead, lots of people who kind of took control of the situation, and picked out what you were going to eat, or you were in charge of the snacks, or, you know, or whatever. So I think you all did great. I think you all did great on your Super Bowl planning. But who attended a physical meeting last week? So who sat, what, Portland, Oregon never gets snow, Susie? That's crazy. That's crazy. And yes, Tig, you do have to try a Wego. But so who attended a physical meeting last week, or a physical workshop, sorry, who sat their bottom in a little chair? Give me a thumbs up. Let's see some thumbs up. Hello, Stacy. And you can do, if you're here on the live chat, you can do, there's a little thing down here where you can go click, 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 and you can do a thumbs up for sitting your bottom in a chair. If you're watching this later, so like if you're watching this on, later on Facebook, or if you're watching this from our closed Facebook group, and you can, somebody surely will post the link to that, or I'll post it when we get done. Or if you're watching this later on YouTube, or if you're watching this later on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you'll just have to comment. But that's funny, some of y'all already know what I'm gonna say. But if you're here with us live, you can do the little blue thumbs ups that are coming up. If you were watching this later on demand, then you'll just have to put in a thumbs up, or say me, or like a bunch of y'all are saying me. So thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a little chair, and I did, so I get a thumbs up. And if you attended here with us last week during the live, or if you did both, let's see, a heart. So it looks like a whole bunch of y'all did both. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs ups, but I'm also seeing a whole lot of hearts. Yeah, so a lot of you all did both of them. So here is your Bravo sticker. So bravo to everyone who attended a physical workshop last week, or, oh, and Mary was sick. I'm so sorry. And yeah, and the other, two Marys have been sick. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Yeah, and Sherry, that's perfect to say me heart. That's perfect. That is perfect. So yeah, if you all are like if the rest of the country is like East Tennessee, we all have had that upper respiratory stuff. And that was 2 weeks ago, and you can hear I still have a tiny little bit of a rasp in my voice, but yeah, but everybody has had it. But anyway, so bravo to everyone who did one or both, and good job. Last week, what we talked about was exploring our app. So last week I did not have a weekly because I was sick the week before that, but I did grab mine. So if you attend a physical workshop, then you can always get one of these. And you had, oh, and Cindy's had the flu. I'm so sorry. And you can grab one of these, and they should still have it at your workshop. You still should be able to pick up copies of these. Or if you are online only, then you can't. Yeah, then Cheryl, then your heart's all the way. Your heart's all the way since you're doing online because you attended here with us. But and Cynthia's struggling to reset. You can do it. You can do it. And we're going to talk about some great ways to do it if you have to eat out tonight. We had yeah, I know, Debbie, hack, no kidding. So you can always pick these up. You should be able to pick these up. So you should be able to ask your physical workshop meeting place if they have these. If not, you can download them from online. And I did start the video on how to do that because somebody reminded me that I've promised 2 or 3 times to actually do a little video to show how to find the weekly online. So I started it. It's at least started now. But this was the one from last week, and we were talking about exploring your app. And last week, since I did not have the physical weekly, I did not have this recipe yet. And vegetable chickpea curry, that sounds like something I would actually eat. So don't know how many of the rest of y'all would eat chickpea curry, but I'm thinking I might eat that. So that one looked good. So I definitely want to save that one. But we were talking about exploring your app. And then we also had some people go back and look at the chat that had the that we did last time on exploring your app. So did anybody do anything new this week? Because that was your homework. You were supposed to find something new. So like if you have an iPhone, if you were if you have an iPhone, if you went back and and added the Siri to it, and I did that a couple of times this week. So let's see, I see Michelle says, do you have something posted somewhere that you can go to the weekly on the app? No, that's a little bit harder. So I haven't posted that one yet, and you can't actually download it. So I am on, and Michelle, I am on the beta version, the beta tester version. So it's where you find the app on the beta tester version moves all the time. It changes all the time. So the one I will be showing is if you actually physically log on from a computer, and that could be a laptop. You can do the full version of the WW website. You can do that from an iPhone. It's from a tablet, but it's a little bit harder from an actual phone. But anyway, so last week when we were here together, I added, and Lynn took off an ingredient in a recipe. Boom. Good job, Lynn. Good job. Was that not like a life changer? Yeah. Yep. And a bunch of y'all, looks like Kathy, a bunch of y'all explored the Siri thing. So last week I was showing off and went, hey Siri, how many, well, let's see if she'll do it tonight. Let's see if she'll do it since I'm on the phone too. But hey Siri, how many smart points do I have left today?
There are no more events on your calendar today, Your Majesty.
Okay, she didn't understand me. Man. Okay, anyway, so if you added that, of course it's probably part of my accent too, but anyway, so if you did that, if you added Siri, then you can go ahead and check and see how many points you have left. You can see how many activity points that you've earned, how many fit points you've earned, and there were a whole bunch of other things you can do. And so, yep, exploring Connect, that is awesome. Marianne edited a recipe. Tag and Cheryl are loving Connect. Yeah, and Renee did Siri. So good job, guys. Yeah, so for everybody who did your homework, which was just to do something new, and exploring Connect. Hello, Andrea. How's the baby? So, just exploring Connect, if that was your first time. I know, and Siri, yeah, Barbara, Siri doesn't know Tennessee talk, I know. And I don't know, I can't remember if I said, I can't remember if that's exactly what I told her that I wanted, but anyway, so everybody who did their homework last week, more Bravo stickers. So you all get more Bravo stickers. Good job. Good job. And this week, we are, I'm good. Andrea says baby's good. So this week, we're talking about eating out. So it's eating out. Yes, that's what the topic is for this week. And yes, I know it's backwards. And I got to tell you, the recipe that's on the back, I don't know. I can't figure it. I don't know what it is. I can't figure out what these are supposed to be. And I don't really like the picture. I don't know. Did anybody else look at this? Hello, Carla. Did anybody else look at this and think, what is that? I don't know. It looks like something with hay on top of it. I know that's like grated chocolate or something, but I don't know. This is the first recipe that they've had on one of these nicer cards that has just not done anything for me. And it's called Flourless Mini Chocolate Cakes with Ganache. Yeah, I don't know. That just didn't, I don't know. But does that not look like hay? I know it's chocolate, but it looks like hay to me. So whoever took the picture, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I don't like it. Yeah, I just don't like it at all. Okay, anyway, so the topic for this week is eating out. Yes. So don't forget to hang out for the second 30 minutes of our chat this week, because we're going to get deep into this topic in the second half. But for the first half, I want to go over a couple of things here on our weekly. Yeah, Susie, it looks like eyeballs. I know. Yeah, and Debbie says for the weeklies online, they're not putting the recipe part on the cards. I think they're available, maybe not to print out on the cards, but I think they are available. I'll have to go back and look. So anyway, so this is what they're talking about this week. This is what we talked about in our workshops this week, is that WW Freestyle is all about livability wherever you are, thanks to the flexibility of rollovers, weeklies, and 0-point foods. And creating a dining out plan can help you stay mindful and on track to your goals while you enjoy every delicious bite. Okay, so a couple of keywords to hear, or a couple of keywords on this paragraph is livability. Okay, so if you're going to be, so who's my new at goal person on here tonight? I apologize. So many people's names have come by that anyway, I just need you to remind me. So who is my new at goal person who is on their 6 weeks of maintenance on here tonight? You can tell everybody, you can attest to this. Livability, that's an important word for this eating out guide, because you have to be able to live with this program, and you can. I've been doing it for 25 years, and I love Freestyle. It's my favorite one so far. So livability, that's an important keyword. Another important keyword on this for this week is flexibility. So you have got to be flexible. You're not always going to get to pick where you're going or when you're going, or, it could be a surprise, or, or whatever. So I think flexibility is, and being able to use your points however you want to use your points. Flexibility, I think that's another important keyword. And then mindful is another important one, because staying mindful, of what we're eating and what, and where we're going, and being mindful of the moment, who we're with, who we're eating with, and just, enjoying our time with them. And also, let's see, enjoy. So after tonight's chat, I do not want to see anybody going out to eat and not enjoying what you ate. So we're going to talk about how to do that. Okay. Before you go, here are some simple suggestions from WW. Save up smart points. So everybody knows, or you should know by now, and if you don't, ask me and we'll go over it after the chat. But everybody should know by now that you don't have to use all of your points every day. You should use some points every day, but you do not have to use all of them. And so you can roll over extra points. Let's see, Michelle's been around for 17 years and she agrees. Yeah. So you can roll over up to 4 smart points every day. So you can use those. You can roll over if you know that you're going, you can use those and roll them over. You can use your weeklies, because you do still have, weeklies that you can dig into. You can check the restaurant database, and I'm going to show you that here in just a few minutes, even though it's 8:22. I will show you the restaurant database here in a few minutes. That's during the first part of the chat. So you can go ahead and check that for most major restaurants. And if it's a smaller chain, there are some things that you can look up. And you know what? Just get it as close as you can. So if you're going somewhere small that's not, you know, like a local establishment that's not on the app, just look for something that looks similar. I mean, because there, you know, I don't even know, I should have looked. I don't know how many restaurants are even represented on the WW app, but there's hundreds, or I should have counted them, if there has to be hundreds. So just find something that sounds close, pick something that sounds close, and track that. It's better to pick something and track it than just to go, whatever, not gonna, you know, I'm not even gonna try. And you might be surprised, you know, it may not be as many points as you think it is, or if you look it up ahead of time, you know, you might not get it. So then they suggest some things like, while you're there, order first. So they think if you go ahead and place your order first, that you might not be swayed. I don't know. I could go either way on that. So normally what happens is I pick something and then I always talk myself out of it by the time everybody else gets done, because I try not to pick something that someone else has chosen. So maybe I do need to order first so that doesn't happen to me anymore. If the portions are large, they suggest that you split them, split them with a friend. And I know Accountability Buddy Karen and her husband Scott are like professional meal splitters now. I mean, it's not even a question. It's just, they just know they're going to do it, and they know before they get there, that they're going to split something. And usually by the time they're done splitting, they have room for, or points left for a little bit of dessert, so they can enjoy that. And then be present. The third thing that they say is to be present, during the meal. So don't let it all just be about the food, be there, be aware. It's like putting your cell phone down, and also just putting everything else to the side and enjoying, the meal and the moment. So let me show you, let me grab the iPad real quick. Sorry, I had to let it charge a little bit before we could do this part, but just in case you didn't know, on your, we've got some reflection here, so I will try to do this backwards, but on the app, and I hope y'all can see this, if you scroll all the way down, there is a section called, you can explore, and this one is restaurants. So if you touch restaurants, then this is going to come up, and it is divided by, I hope y'all can see this, it's divided by smart points or by restaurant name. So if you know where you're going, you can go ahead and click on restaurant name, and then they have this many. So however many this many is, and I didn't count it, but look at all that. I mean, and I'm only down to D. I'm still on D. So I just swiped how many times? Like 5 times, and I'm still on D. Yeah, so that's crazy. So if you know where you're going, then, or if you need to suggest, or like if you're the person that's in charge, we've said it several times, in different chats that, you can either, I think a good idea is either you pick 3 places that you can be successful in, and, Christy says 200 and she's just at I, so it's hundreds of choices. So surely you can find something, either where you're going or something that's close. But either pick, we've said this many, many, many times, either you choose 3 places and have everybody choose 1 from those 3. And Casey and I we do that all the time. Or have them choose 3, have whoever you're going with choose 3, and then you pick one of those. Hopefully 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of their choices is going to be something that you can look at. I'm going to say this though, and I will say this again later, hashtag know before you go. I highly recommend you nail this down. If at all possible, nail down where you're going to go, and don't let them change it. So even if you need to be a little more flexible on where you're going, don't let them change it. So let's say that one of your choices, was, let me just pick something, IHOP. So, you're going to be out late at a football game. I know IHOP's a popular place to go after high school football games. So IHOP has all of these choices, all of these things that you can, search through, and you can either scroll through it and try to find something, or you can click on search this list and you can type something in. So if I wanted to know how much an omelet was going to be, I could just type in the word omelet, and it's going to bring up everything that has the word omelet in it. So I typed, and sorry about that glare on there. Ooh, that's some bad glare. So I just typed in the word omelet, and it brought up all of these choices. So one of these is an IHOP restaurant egg white vegetable omelet without fruit. I don't know why it has to be without fruit, but anyway, so that one, you know, if one of the choices was IHOP, or if people had said, hey, let's go to IHOP, I could go ahead and look up what I wanted, you know, knowing how many points I have left for the day. If we're ending the day at IHOP, which for us, we seem to end the day at IHOP way more often than starting the day at IHOP. But you could go ahead and plan what you're going to get. And here's a little tip: go ahead and track it. So if you go ahead and find it and track it, you're much more likely to pick that when you get to the restaurant. And if you don't know, or like if you get there first or whatever, or if you think, oh no, we're going out to eat tonight and I only have 5 points left, what am I going to do? You can click on Smart Points instead, and I hope y'all can see that, but you click on Smart Points instead, and there's a category called 5 to 7. It's 0 to 1. Let's see, it's 0 to 1, 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, and 11 plus. So I'm going to click on 5 to 7 because I have 5 smart points left for the day. And I'm going to scroll through this list, and let's see, we're going to say we went to, let's say again that we went to IHOP. So let me type in IHOP and search. And so now that list is going to be everything at IHOP. So that's going to be everything at IHOP that's 5 to 7 points. So that way I can scroll through and say, okay, so I only have 5 points left. So I'm going to scroll through this list, and I see that let's see, let me find something on here. An English muffin with butter. That's probably not what I would choose. But anyway, an English muffin with butter is 5 points. Or, you know, I could have a T-bone steak for 5 points. Anyway, you can go through and do that. So if you only know how many points you have left, you know, you didn't know you were going, you didn't know where you were going, you know, whatever, you can pull it up by the points, or that might help you make your decision. So if you said, oh no, you know, okay, we're going to go out to eat for lunch at work today, but I need to, you know, help pick something, but I only have 3 points left for the day. So I just went to the 3 to 4. So I just went to 3 to 4, and I'm going to scroll down this list and see that, oh, okay, a Wendy's small chili is 3. And let's see, could I get anything else from Wendy's? So I could put that on a plain side salad, and thank you, Sandra. So I could put that on a plain side salad and have a 3-point little taco salad, you know, like a little chili salad, and get some unsweet tea or a diet drink, you know, to go with it. So, okay, so does everybody understand? You've got a couple of choices. So while you're on your app, and so we're still exploring our app. So when you're on your app, you can go to, if you go all the way to the bottom and go to restaurants, you can either go to the restaurant name. Come on, fingers. Uh-oh. My fingers have stopped working. You can either go to the restaurant name. Oh, for some reason this, oh, there it goes. Ah! Okay, sorry, I got excited. You can either go to the restaurant name and scroll through all these hundreds, or you can search for something. Pre-track it. Pre-track it. You're much more likely to eat it if you go ahead and pre-track it. Or if you know how many points you have left for the day, or how many you want to spend, or maybe you're planning for tomorrow and you think, I've got something else I need to go to. I only want to spend, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. It doesn't matter how many. You can go search it. You can go through by smart points and you can narrow that down. Again, it's 0 to 1, 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, and 11 plus. So, okay, everybody understand? Because your homework is, I want you to, for your homework, I want you to pre-plan something. And actually your weekly has the perfect little thing here. So, and this doesn't have to be anything super special. It does not have to be a super special event. It could just be, I'm for lunch at work tomorrow or whatever. But on the bottom of your weekly, and if you do not get a weekly, you can write this down on a note card for yourself. But it says, so on the bottom of our weekly, it says, my dining out plan. Before I go to, and there's a blank, on blank, I will blank. While I'm there, I will blank. So I will type this out when we get done for those of you who don't have a weekly, but for mine, I put, so we've got a big anniversary coming up. March the 17th will be our 30th wedding anniversary. So I asked John, what we'll be doing, because I'm assuming that was probably going to be one of my more challenging meals, to plan around, because, 30, it's kind of special. So, so what I wrote down was, before I go to the all-day St. Patty's party, so we're going maybe maybe to see one of our friends in Ohio, and they have an all-day St. Patrick's Day party, and it starts at 5 a.m. and lasts until, I don't know, midnight or something. I think he's planning on being 5 a.m. to midnight. Is that right? Yeah, 5 a.m. to midnight. And I think John's planning on being there the whole time for this party, for the St. Patrick's Day party. So mine is, before I go to the St. Patty's all-day party, on our 30th wedding anniversary, I will stay in my points all week and save rollovers and weeklies. So that's, hey John, what part of Ohio is it? John? He'll have to answer when he comes back out. I don't know. I don't really know. So he'll have to answer it when he comes back out. He's wandered off down in the loft, even though the loft's not very big. But anyway, so I'll answer that one in a few minutes, Carla. So anyway, I will stay in my points all week and save rollovers and weeklies. So, you know, since our anniversary is on Sunday that week, and so y'all will be here for part of the party. I don't know, maybe we'll have the chat, you know, on our anniversary at the St. Patty's Day party, maybe. But anyway, so I'm going to save rollovers and weeklies all that week. What part of Ohio is it in? Amherst, Ohio. So y'all can come join us. But anyway, so I'm going to do that, save those, and then while I'm there, I will enjoy the good company and walk as much as I can. So that's my plan. So it doesn't have to be anything that exciting. It does not have to be a 30th anniversary. It could be anything. It literally could be lunch at work tomorrow. So, but I want you to write down, before I go to blank, and it could be lunch with coworkers, could be tomorrow. I might say, look ahead where we're going, or maybe I'll pick the 3 places and let them pick one, and I'll, pick 3, good places that I can, pick something that I love and I can control. And while I'm there, I will fill in the blank, so before I go to blank, on blank, I will blank. While I'm there, I will blank. So this is what I want y'all to do for your homework. Don't forget to tag me in it. So as you do your homework, if you are doing it here on the Facebook page, tag If You Have an Egg. If you're doing it in our closed group, tag Kelly Green Milligan, and before you get the G typed, my name will pop up. If you're tagging me on Instagram, it's just at If You Have an Egg. If you're tagging me if you're responding on YouTube or on the blog on youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. If you're searching on or tagging on, tell me your homework on one of those, you don't have to tag me because you'll just be talking to me. And if it's on Connect, it is at Scrap and Stamp 2. Again, don't ask. Okay, last thing, do not forget to go and check out, or not forget, but don't not go check out, go check out the blog, www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, because I just put up that man's pork chops today, and that has been very, 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 very popular. Very popular. They were so delicious, so moist, so moist. And in case you didn't see it, I also posted, and I know we're running over a little bit, but I posted the hand, how how to approximate something. And so the pork chops, approximately 3 ounces, of a pork chop, of a boneless pork chop, is the size of the palm of your hand. So that is also on the blog. It's www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. So both of those are on there, and you should go check them out. Okay, so everybody knows what your homework is, right? Hey, Chris. So everybody knows what your homework is, right? And you're going to go do it, and you're going to tag me in it so that I can give you a Bravo sticker. And thank you all for the happy 30ths. Okay, so this is the end of the classroom portion. I'm going to get my obligatory sip of water that I do in between, but don't run off. So if you want to talk about the in-depth eating out portion, you need to stay right here. So this is the end of the classroom. Hang tight for the fluff part. Just a second. And thank you, Christy, for posting that. Okay, and we're back. So this is the fluff portion. So what we were talking about tonight, we just finished chat number 1. I forgot to tell y'all even what number it was. I don't know, chat 110 maybe, 110 maybe. And it was eating out, yes. But now we are going to talk about some more in-depth things on eating out, and we're going to play a little game. And there are not prizes for this, except for the fact that everyone wins, because everyone should have a decent idea of how, you know, how to check out some things, you know, before you go out to eat. The first thing I will say is that you can go back and watch the last time. This is chat number 110. Thank you. I know, I lose track. You can go back and watch chat number 58. Chat number 58 was called Enjoy Eating Out, and it had a whole lot of shocking things, and thank you everybody. Thank you everyone for telling us what chat it is, since I didn't remember. But chat number 58, Enjoy Eating Out, had a bunch of shocking things on it. Like, it was some things that you just wouldn't even, like, I was shocked at how many points they were when you go to eat out. So again, hashtag know before you go. There is never, ever a reason to not know, even if it's just before you get out of the car. If you didn't know that you were going out to eat, like if it was a total surprise, if you thought you were eating at home, then all of a sudden everybody said, let's go get something to eat. You should still have already checked before you get out of the car. Check as far in advance if you can, and please, if you can, pre-track it. Hashtag know before you go, because chat number 58, if you go back and watch it, you're going to be shocked at some of these numbers. I mean, like, shocked at some of the point values for, for a few of the things. I want to tell you a couple of things real quick, a couple of things that you should know about any restaurant before you go. More so sit-down restaurants than fast food. But one of the things is dressing on the side. So I hear people all the time say, I'm just gonna get a salad. I'm just gonna get a little salad. And I'm just gonna get the dressing on the side. Okay, so Gwen told us a horrifying story this last Tuesday that I couldn't believe, but I could believe. So she was talking about a group of people going out to a restaurant, and they had to sit at different tables, and they had different waiting staff for them. So a lady at one table said, "Hey, do you all have?" Because they were bringing everybody a salad, and I gather it was one of those things where everybody's getting the same thing, to eat. So maybe it was like a convention or a conference or something. And one person asked if they had any fat-free dressing. And yes, Lynn, exactly. Hashtag know before you go. Asked if they had fat-free dressing, and her waitress said yes, but then she brought her a cup that looked just like everybody else's. A lady at another table asked her waitress, "Hey, do you have any fat-free dressing?" And she said, "No, we only have, one kind of dressing." So was waitress number one lying? Or was waitress number two just too lazy to go get the fat-free dressing? I don't know. But something I do want y'all to know, though, even if you get the dressing on the side, and even if you're doing the thing, where you dip the fork in and put it on there, but if you get the dressing on the side, everybody's thinking, oh, it's like a tablespoon. If I dip my fork in it, I'm only using, like a tablespoon of dressing, because I'm using half of it. I'm using half. I think this is half. Wherever my ASL people are, I think that's, like 1/2, so half. But this is not the size cup that they bring it in. This little teeny tiny cup, that's 2 tablespoons. So if they bring you your dressing on the side, most of the time, and I didn't have a plastic one, most of the time it's in a little cup that's this size. That's 4 tablespoons. So even if you do the dipping your fork thing in it and only eat half of it, that is 2 tablespoons of dressing, not 1 tablespoon of dressing. And if it's dressing, even, and you think you're doing a good thing by dipping your fork in it, but 2 tablespoons of dressing, I mean, that could be as much as 10, 11, 12 points. So they're not bringing you this. Just keep that in mind. They're bringing you this. So just hashtag know before you go. Yeah, even if you only use half of it, it could be 2 tablespoons and not 1 tablespoon. The next thing is bread baskets. A lot of restaurants will bring you a bread basket. Did you know that you can decline it? You don't have to accept the bread basket. So your server is not going to lose their job if you decline the bread basket. Most of the places, that's just to keep you entertained until your food comes. Maybe it takes them a little bit longer, or it's some specialty, something that they know, people are going to come in and they're going to eat, a bunch of bread. So you can decline it, or at most restaurants, I have not found one yet or heard of one yet that will not do this, but at most restaurants, you can ask for, like if you did want the bread, because if we go to Red Lobster, I want a cheddar biscuit. I'm not going to go to Red Lobster unless I have enough points to eat a cheddar biscuit. There's no point because I will torture myself. So I save up for it. But you can ask them to only bring 1 piece of bread per person. So if you had 3, if it's a place that normally puts 4 or 5, yeah, Lynn says stay away from the free foods that are served. If it's one of the places that normally brings 4 or 5 pieces of bread in a basket and there's only 2 of you or 3 of you, you can tell them, oh, no, we only want 1 piece per person. So yeah, and JG said, what if the rest of the group wants bread? So I usually just sit away from the people that I know are going to want bread and send it down to their end. Or again, only ask for as many pieces of bread as you're going to eat. So there are certain places I am going to eat the piece of bread. I'm going to, but so we only order enough for each person to have 1, and then we don't let them refill the bread basket. Okay, so that's one thing, and this isn't even the good stuff, so I gotta talk real fast. Okay, the next thing is takeout containers. Get one. So if you're going somewhere that you already know that they serve a whole lot of food, even if you've made a great choice, you can, if it's a lot of food, you can, when you order or when they bring your meal, ask them to go ahead and bring you a takeout container. My mom used to do that all the time. And it's not because she was, being conscious of her weight. She was just, she's just this big. She's tiny. If she's stretched really, really tall, she still would not even be 5 feet tall. And she's this big. So she would always, when they would get ready to bring the food out, she would say, oh, can you go ahead and bring me a to-go container? And she would cut all of her food in half. She would put half of it in the to-go container and go ahead, and close it up and just push it over to the side. She didn't make a big deal about it. Everybody didn't go, oh my gosh, Doris is getting a to-go container. She just went ahead and got her to-go container, cut it. It was still pretty. And Betty does that. But when she cut everything in half, it was just like it should be. She didn't end up with, a bite of mashed potatoes because she ate all the rest of them, or some rice, or whatever. But it was pretty. She put it in, put it in the box, pushed it to the side, and it still always filled up the plate. So to-go containers, if they have them, they can bring you one. You do not have to wait until the end of your meal to get a to-go container. Drink sizes. Okay, I need y'all to look at this. So I was gonna try and stop somewhere and grab some actual cups, and we decided to go see Alyssa today instead. So sorry, I didn't get actual drink cups, but this is a 12-ounce cup. This is a 24-ounce cup, and this is a 32-ounce cup. So be aware of your cup sizes. So we have, I don't know, cup sizes just made me think of something else. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there. So just be aware of that, so that if you're ordering a drink, a caloric drink, or something that has, or maybe an alcoholic drink, I'm not gonna get that size, but something that would have some calories or have some points to it, just keep in mind what you might think is, you might think, oh, this is a small Coke, and no, that's a 24-ounce Coke. So that is not a small. As a matter of fact, this, if you look on McDonald's website, a 12-ounce cup, this is considered an extra small. So if you look on McDonald's website, an extra small sweet tea is 4 points. This one is considered, I think, a medium, and it was like 7 or 8 points. This one was considered a large, and it was 9 points. So this is an extra small, yeah. 12 ounces was an extra small. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at things. If they don't say how many ounces they are, this is not a regular size drink at all. Okay, and the last thing is, has everybody heard, or have you ever heard of a butter mop? So a lot of restaurants, and we do have a lot to talk about here in a second, so I'm gonna talk real fast. But a butter mop even if you've asked for your broccoli to be prepared without butter, and you've asked for your rice to be, maybe you went ahead and got rice that night, and you got a lovely piece of salmon, and you got some steamed broccoli with no butter, you asked your salmon to be prepared with no butter, and your broccoli to be prepared with no butter, and you splurged and got some rice with it because you've been saving points, and you were doing so good, with your salmon and with your broccoli. There are restaurants that right before they bring it to your table, And I don't have one, or I'd show you what it looks like, but it's a stick with a mop on the end with like cotton threads or little things, you know, sticking off the end, and it looks like a mop. And it's sitting in a vat of melted butter, and they take it and they mop the food with it before they bring it out. So even if they have perfectly grilled your salmon, perfectly steamed your broccoli, and made plain rice to go with it, you know, maybe even some brown rice to go with it, and it was all prepared without butter, you need to ask your waitress. Yeah, you need to ask your waitress, do you all use a butter mop? Because even if they prepared it, yeah, and Tedders, that's exactly what I was thinking. But anyway, so even if you've got everything prepared without it, a lot of them do not think like this. So they're not, you know, because usually, you know, it's little tiny, you know, college girls or whatever. They're not thinking that way. They're turning it in not to be prepared with that, but they put that on there to make it pretty and shiny. Yeah, and Debbie says Chili's puts oil on their broccoli, and that's why it's so shiny. You have to ask. You have to ask. And I do not, so I just need you to say the words. Do you use a butter mop? And just tell them, you know, I have some dietary restrictions. I can't have dairy. So if you don't make a big deal about it, don't say, I'm on a diet and I can't have the butter, you know, me, poor pitiful me. Don't do that. No, Loretta, do not be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Seriously, all you have to say, so many people have dietary restrictions now, and some people's dietary restrictions are so extreme that they actually have, like at Panera, if you say, I have a peanut allergy, or I have a, there's been a few, Casey used to work there, and there's been a few things, I can't remember what the other big thing was, but peanuts for sure, but they actually have, they have people that eat there that have such, I mean, like extreme food allergies, that they have special people working there who are, only those people are allowed to prepare these special meals, and they don't make a big deal out of it. You just walk up and you say, hey, I have a peanut allergy. Or you can say, hey, I have a, you know, I can't have butter. You know, I have a dietary restriction. You know, I can't have butter. Can you make sure they don't use the butter mop or whatever? If they're not willing to accommodate you, I mean, they should have, yeah, like Barbara tells people, I'm on a low sodium diet. I'm on a very low, you know, salt diet. People are so open now about those. And again, so here's how you say it. You go, hey, I've got a dietary restriction. I can't have any butter. Can you make sure they don't use the butter mop on there? I'm going to be sick. I mean, you know, like, I can't have it. Thank you. That would be so awesome. And Carol, it's exactly like saying that you need to be gluten-free. But if you ask them politely and nicely and upfront, then there is no reason, unless they just did not understand, you know, and a lot of places will change their gloves, and I just saw a couple of comments go by, you know, about that. Yeah, Mary's lactose intolerant. There's nothing wrong with saying you don't have to say I'm on a diet. If the person comes up and you say, I'm on a diet, I can't have it, me, then yeah, you're probably going to get some, you know, some backlash, not backlash, but, you know, some resistance. But if you just be sweet, ask politely, and then thank them, you know, I think as long as they understand what you need, I think they're going to try. Okay, so those are the things I wanted you to know. Now, then, we're going to have a little contest. So we have 9 minutes to have our contest. So y'all are going to have to talk fast, okay? Okay, so I'm going to test you. I'm going to test y'all here. Let me move a couple of these things out of the way. So I'm going to give you all a little test here and see what you know. Because remember, hashtag know before you go. So hopefully you can see this. So I want to know which of these is a better choice. If you're going out to eat, if you're just going to pop by McDonald's, are you going to get an Egg White Delight muffin and black coffee, or a McDonald's Egg McMuffin and a black coffee? Which one of those is a better deal points-wise? And we don't have a whole lot of time yet, so y'all got to answer super fast. So are you going to get a McDonald's Egg White Delight McMuffin and a black coffee, or a McDonald's Egg McMuffin and a black coffee? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Answer. Okay, Jennifer says White Delight. Stacy says Egg White Delight. McMuffin and black coffee. Chrissy says McMuffin and black coffee. Barbara says A. Okay, so I'm going to show you. A McDonald's Egg White Delight and a black coffee is 8 smart points. A McDonald's Egg McMuffin, which is the regular Egg McMuffin and black coffee, is 7 smart points. 7. Yeah. Did you know that? Did you know that a regular Egg McMuffin is less smart points than the Egg White Delight? Who knew that? I've been ordering the Egg White Delight thinking that I was saving points, and you know, hashtag know before you go. I looked it up the other day and went, aha, I did not know that. Okay, the next one. So we're going to Cracker Barrel next. At Cracker Barrel, which one is less smart points? And if y'all can see through this, don't cheat. A Cracker Barrel sirloin steak, green beans, a biscuit, or the Cracker Barrel grilled chicken salad, no dressing, and then add ranch dressing and a water. So this one should say water as well, but I've accidentally covered it up. Hold on. Let me move that down a little bit. Okay. So, sirloin steak, green beans, a biscuit, and water, or a chicken salad, the grilled chicken salad with ranch dressing and water. Which one? Which one has less points? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of sirloin steaks. So y'all must think that these are trick questions. Okay, the sirloin steak, green beans, and a biscuit is 12 smart points. The grilled chicken salad with the ranch dressing, 21 smart points. 21. Yeah. And even if you used half the dressing, so if you used half the dressing they brought you, that would still be 18 smart points. The steak is this many, 12. The steak, the green beans, and the biscuit, 12. So even if you'd used half the dressing, yeah, Barbara, even if you got the dressing on the side, the ranch on the side, and only used half of it, that would still be almost 4 points. So that would still be 18. Yeah, so no, the grilled chicken salad is not the better deal if you put any dressing on it. Surprising? Are y'all surprised? Okay, this next one is just drinks. So the next one is a McDonald's small caramel frappe, which is this, 12 ounces. 12 ounces, okay? Or a McDonald's large, a 30-ounce sweet tea. So this is a 30-ounce sweet tea. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these up together. So the choices are a small caramel frappe, so it's this big, or a large sweet tea. Which one of these? Which one of these is the better deal for your money? For your smart point money. Remember, know before you go. So you've got a 12-ounce caramel frappe or a large sweet tea. Okay? The 12-ounce caramel frappe, 22 smart points. The large sweet tea is 9. The frappe is 22 smart points. 22. Look how tiny this glass is. Look, this glass gets swallowed in there. Yeah, the frappe is 22 smart points for this little tiny glass. Or you can have this huge sweet tea for 9. I'm not saying I want to spend 9 smart points on a giant sweet tea, but that's crazy. That is crazy. Because you would think that little tiny frappe, you know, would be the better choice. Okay, the next one, we are headed to Starbucks for the next one. Okay, was anybody surprised about the tea and the frappe? Anybody? Anybody surprised? Okay, so, yeah, Mary was surprised. Okay, this one, we are headed to Starbucks. And Starbucks has, remember, hashtag know before you go. Just know before you go. So who knows what is in? Yeah, and Jackie's exactly right. Stay away from both of them. Okay, so Starbucks has a lot of food now. They have a lot of extra food now. So a Starbucks chocolate croissant with a Starbucks grande iced cafe latte with almond milk, or a Starbucks egg and cheese protein box and a Starbucks venti iced skinny mocha with non-fat milk. Okay, so which one? Are we doing the chocolate croissant with the grande iced cafe latte and almond milk? Or are we gonna do the egg and cheese protein box with a venti iced skinny mocha with non-fat milk? Okay, I'm seeing egg and cheese. I see croissant. Barbara says A, which I don't know which one's A because I'm backwards. Croissant, protein box. Okay, croissant. That one's, y'all are 50-50 on this one. Protein box, you're 50-50. Okay, so the Starbucks egg and cheese protein box, 14 smart points. That's the protein box with the iced skinny mocha with non-fat milk and the chocolate croissant and the grande iced cafe latte with almond milk is 13. Hold on. Yeah, 13. Sorry, it's backwards to me. So 13. So I'm not saying you need to eat a chocolate croissant. I'm just saying if you're out with some friends and you stop at Starbucks, that, you know, if you had 13 points to spend, how much, you know, I don't know, how much more special would you feel not getting the protein box, unless you just wanted the protein box, but saying, oh, I'm getting a chocolate croissant and a grande iced cafe latte with almond milk. Yeah, so, and the chocolate croissant, Betty's exactly right, and those chocolate croissants are good. They are good, yeah. And hey, Melissa just got home. She'll have to watch it later. You will have to watch it later, Melissa. Okay, so, yeah, and Debbie wants to know which one is more filling. Well, if we're talking tummy filling, probably the egg and whatever protein box. But if we're talking emotionally filling, you know, I just want to know, I want to hashtag know before I go, that if I'm feeling a chocolate croissant, that it's not necessarily a bad choice. Now, that's still a lot of points. 13 points is a lot of points, but, you know, if you got it. Okay, and the last one is, I think is the last one. Hold on. Yes, Olive Garden. Okay, I tried to pick a restaurant that most parts of the country would have. So, an Olive Garden grilled chicken flatbread with a mixed berry sparkling water, or an Olive Garden famous house salad with their signature dressing. So that's the regular dressing. That's not light dressing or anything else. It's Olive Garden famous house salad with signature dressing, 1 serving of that. Olive Garden pasta e fagioli soup, 1 serving of that, and Olive Garden Bacardi and Coke. So I had to pick something because people ask all the time, you know, they're like, you never, for those of us who drink, you never tell us anything. So I'm putting something on here for people who drink. So let's say that you are at brunch, you know, with some other girls, and you know, and so you want to have a little bit of a splurge. So if you go to Olive Garden, first of all, if you're going to do this one, I need you to tell me that you've got a designated driver, even if you just have one. But anyway, so Olive Garden grilled chicken flatbread with a mixed berry sparkling water, or the Olive Garden famous house salad with signature dressing. That's 1 serving of that. Olive Garden pasta e fagioli soup, which is delicious in case y'all haven't had it. 1 serving of that with an Olive Garden Bacardi and Coke. So which one? It looks like the flatbread is going to win. Okay, so the Olive Garden famous house salad, the soup, and the Bacardi and Coke, that is 10 smart points. That's 1 serving, and 1 Bacardi and Coke is 10 smart points. The grilled chicken flatbread is, dun dun dun, 25. 25 smart points. You could have 2.5 of these. You could have 2.5 servings of the salad, 2.5 servings of the soup, and 2.5 Bacardi and Cokes. Yeah, for the same number of smart points. Same number. Is that not insane? This is hashtag know before you go, like to the max. So think about it too. If you mixed, like if you did these two and then had the sparkling water, so the sparkling water was only 2. So that would be, so if you did these two and the sparkling water, that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 8 smart points if you did that. Sheila, it's little. It's the Bacardi and Coke is a little. But anyway, the main point of that was that food is insane. Yes, and that soup is low in points. Kim is exactly right. Their minestrone soup is even less. Oh yeah, and my Christy, you could have added a breadstick to that. Yeah, so is that not crazy? So who is going to hashtag no before you go now? Is that not insane? And I didn't even pick the lightest thing on the menu. So just know, some places are using a butter mop. Be polite. Let them know what you need. They cannot, let's see. Jennifer wants to ask a question of the group while on here. She couldn't find it on the app, and I cannot see the question yet. I will see it after we get off of here. But anyway, so again, hashtag no before you go. Check it out. Look before you leap. A grilled chicken flatbread. I heard the words grilled and chicken, and I thought, yep, there we go. Nuh-uh. One of my favorite things at Chili's, we were talking about Chili's a few minutes ago. One of my favorite things at Chili's, I ate it every single week. We used to go to Chili's every single week for lunch. And I ate the exact same salad every single week, thinking that I was doing a great and wonderful thing. Once we had the apps and we could look it up, 38 points. The salad that I was eating was 38 points. And I ate it once a week, every single week for probably, 3 years. So what was that? I was using up all of my extra points, everything, every week for 3 years. Yeah, no wonder I didn't lose any weight that year, or those 3 years. But anyway, okay, so hashtag no before you go. Check your app. You saw during the first half of tonight's chat that you could you can look it up a couple of different ways. And yes, Debbie, unsweet tea is 0 smart points. I was just trying to do, make a dramatic, you can, continue to just, bring those points down. So don't be fooled. Ask about butter mops. Do not be embarrassed. It's okay. You can ask questions. There are so many people asking food prep questions now that it is okay to ask them. Don't be grumpy about it. Don't look like a sourpuss. Don't, I can't have anything. Everybody else gets to eat. I have a chocolate croissant at Starbucks, so I can have whatever I want. I just have to plan for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start telling y'all good night because John is waiting on his beef stew, and I am too. And it is 9:04 and we haven't eaten yet. Hey, Dusty. Dusty, do you want to come say good night? Dusty, come here. Hurry, buddy. Oh, he was napping hard. He was napping really hard. Come here, buddy. Okay, so everybody, don't forget to do your homework. Oh, goodness. Casey and I worked out hard at Planet Fitness yesterday. Hard, and I'm having trouble squatting. Anyway, everybody have an awesome week. I want to hear about what you found, looking up the restaurant things on the app. I want to hear if there's any surprises. But anyway, so y'all hashtag no before you go, and thank you, Nancy. And y'all have an awesome week. Have an awesome week, and we will see you next week. Good night.